Hello, everybody. Welcome back again to the Chillmatic Show, where I just talk about all my interests and mainly college football because I love college football. Isn't that a great thing? It's like every Saturday is a national holiday. I'm at the point where I feel like they should just make Saturday when college football starts a national holiday because this is lovely. It's a grown man's Christmas. But hey, everybody, welcome back to video number 3, I think it is. I've been slacking. I got a full-time job. I got life. But I've been feeling kind of uninspired by this college football season just because it's like Alabama, Georgia, and everybody else. But we'll get to that. I'm just going to disclaimer. I'm a Ohio State Buckeyes fan, as I've said before, humongous. So all I hear, I'm just letting you know, so let you know and not be biased. But all I'm hearing right now is Michigan back, it's Michigan back, it's Michigan back. Nah, everybody hold your brakes. And this is another disclaimer. I don't like Michigan, no, because I'm a Buckeye fan, but I think Michigan has the best jerseys in college football. I love their jerseys. It's a little taboo thing I like. It's just like some little weird thing people like to do behind closed doors. My weird thing I like to do, I like to look at Michigan jerseys when they play the game. That's the only reason I like watching them, besides they're our competition. But whatever, but we'll get to that another day. Long story. But they keep talking about is Michigan back, it's Michigan back. And let's just look at it like Michigan hasn't played anybody. I think what is the highest ranked team they beat when they beat Rutgers Saturday? And Rutgers is ranked 51. Like let's slow it down a little bit now. Let's slow it down right now. Let's watch them play against Wisconsin Saturday, and we'll go from there. But still, Wisconsin is 1-2, and we've seen Wisconsin get thundered against Notre Dame. Even though we can't say it was a thundering, it was a thundering because of the score. But it was a tie game going into the fourth. Then the next thing I look up, I'm like, how did this happen? I didn't even know. I had to watch the highlights. But I don't know what in the world happened. I still, once I watched the highlights for the fourth quarter, it looked like Notre Dame was in fast forward and Wisconsin was in rewind. I don't know what they had going on. I don't know. I really didn't watch them because honestly, shout out to all the Wisconsin fans, but I think them games are boring, and I think Notre Dame's pretty boring to watch too. But I love all my teams. But let's just get into some interesting picks, and then I'm jumping around. Michigan is not back. I feel like you can't even have one good season and say, is a team back. You need to have a slew of seasons in order to be back. First they need to come to Columbus and beat the Buckeyes. First of all, they need to at least get that win off there. They got to win at some point. I think this year, if anything, Michigan hasn't played anybody, but their speed. But I want to see what they're going to be able to do when they play against somebody where they can't run the ball against, where they have to throw. Because, they want to do run first. But last year they did throw way too much. So they got away from their identity. But I want to see what's going to happen when they play against Wisconsin. They're not going to be able to run that ball like that against Wisconsin at all. So we'll just see. But shout out to all my Michigan homies, living in Columbus, living in Ohio, period. You're going to run into a lot of Michigan fans. But if you're from the city and never understood how to be a Michigan fan, that's a long story. Let's get into something else. What I really want to see this weekend, I want to see Alabama go against Ole Miss. I really want to see that because I don't know. I do feel like it's a tier of teams this year. And I honestly feel like Alabama and Georgia is in their own tier of teams. They're tier 1. And everybody else, the closest teams are tier 2. My Buckeyes were tier 3 like a mug, but I don't even want to talk about them right now. But I want to see what they're going to do against Ole Miss because that quarterback is nice for Ole Miss. I like him. He's speedy. He gets his things off. And I just like watching Ole Miss. I remember starting watching Ole Miss, Eli Manning and stuff days when I was wondering who was he. It was good to watch them play. And another game I want to see Saturday. I think it comes on at 2:30 at Cincinnati versus Notre Dame. I want to see what Lou Fickle and his boys are going to be able to do out there. And it's not really upset because if Cincinnati loses, it's not really an upset because I feel like nobody really expects Cincinnati to beat Notre Dame. Even though Notre Dame is ranked, I think, 9 and Cincinnati is ranked 7. And sidebar, when was the last time it was a team in Ohio ranked higher than the Buckeyes? But it is this year. Go Cincinnati. Anybody in Ohio, I'm rooting for you. But I want to see that. I want to see what them boys is looking like out there against Notre Dame. And I don't want to hear anything. If Cincinnati beats Notre Dame and they win the rest of their games, I don't want to hear anything. They need to be at the end of the year, they need to be in that top 4 for a college playoff. I don't want to hear that. They played their schedule. They won out. They went out. I don't care what schedule you're in or what team you're playing against. It's hard to win out your schedule for the whole year. But that's all. I'm going to go on my little tangent. I just wanted to get my college football off. But everybody, y'all have a good day and be blessed.